Yo, what it do, guys? It's a Toy Kind of Mood episode 119. Yeah, we're getting deep into it. And it's a special unboxing episode, special wrestling episode, a little bit of a Toy Kind of Mood at night, little bit of a Toy Kind of Mood. I'm your host, Travis Moody, the Attitude Era World Champion. And we'll be talking to you guys, discussing a lot of hot wrestling topics from back in the 90s, 80s, and beyond. Of course, we're going to talk about the crowdfund from Mattel, the WCW Monday Nitro stage. What could have been done, what can be done, what can't be done. We'll cover that, our dreams, our hopes, and our aspirations for that wonderful set. And just a lot of cool figures to unbox and talk about and reminisce and rewind, a WWE rewind, if you will, kind of reminiscent about the good old days of the squared circle. But yeah, and this is a hint for what I'm going to be unlocking and unboxing with you guys tonight. But yeah, I almost went pre-show because I hadn't even opened these yet. But tell me this isn't phenomenal, guys. I mean, AJ Styles, right? Just freaking, he's got the soccer mom hair flowing in the wind. And yeah, just the phenomenal forearm, just super terrific. Of course, it was crystal clear in the pre-show. I worked on this for like what, an hour, getting the lighting right, and it just won't happen. Yeah, I kind of want to test these out first. Here we go. See if we get some. Let's mess with these first before I even get into the unboxings. And yeah, see, it wants me. Oh no, here we go. All right, cool. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles. But yeah, this is a great set. And of course, Oye me chico, Reza Ramon, aka Scott Hall. If you guys haven't picked this up yet, pick it up from one of our sponsors, ringsidecollectibles.com. Yeah. And if you missed it, the last episode we had Star Wars Celebration, and the one before that we had Ringside Collectibles and Mattel WWE. But this one is this is my favorite of all the head sculpts that Scott Hall has. But he has three amazing head sculpt. But let's say hi to some folks in the chat. What's going on? We got a moderator today. I got my co-host moderating. Want to show me some peeps? Let's talk to the peeps tonight. Here we go. Is this going to make me blurry too or clear? This worked perfectly in pre-show. Hey, yo, Chico, David, what's going on, man? What's happening? Who else we got? Oh, look who it is. The most over. Always spitting the controversial talk. It's a punk with toys. Bret Hart. Man, how could he be that overrated if he had three nicknames? He might have even had more. He was the Hitman. He was the best there was, the best there ever will be. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And he was the excellence of execution. DJ Five Ash, what's happening, man? What's happening? And I think we got a Skew Raider in the house too. It's the bad guy. Survey time. I totally forgot about the survey time. Good call with Scott Hall. But we're going to talk about Scott Hall. We're talking about a lot of WCW figures. But first, I want to give a shout out to a new friend of the channel right here. And it's wrestlingfigurenews.com. Wrestling Figure News. He just started a podcast and he shouted us out and I think in like I do believe it was like the second show. They're like cool little half-hour kind of news recaps. And either in the first or second show, I think it was the second show. Shout out to Justin Wrestling Figure News. Great to connect. This is an ultimate source for everything regular news other than a toy kind of mood when I talk wrestling figures. But yeah, it's cool. Hopefully we can get him on the show, or maybe I'll appear on his. I love listening to podcasts as well on Spotify, because YouTube, there's a million shows, as we know. So it's nice that he's got the option of just listening, and that's real cool, man. But yeah, all right, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about tonight. And just actually before we do that, I'm going to bring this guy on real quick, impromptu. Bobby, I think you're muted. Unmute yourself, man. Right. Well, first of all, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. I got this on. I've got the U.S. versus Mexico and we're talking one of my you showed the figure Reza Ramon. Like, come on,
Reza Ramon.
look that like
But yeah,
I liked when he went to Scott Hall, but when he was Razor, like that was just fantastic. Like the toothpick and the come on.
yeah,
Come on.
he kind of got the best of both worlds because Scott Hall was Razor Ramon meets Scott Hall. You know who
Sure.
Scott Hall really was, but he still had that
The
swagger.
flair.
You know, and they
Yeah.
were the outsiders coming in. You know, big Kevin Nash, aka Diesel, and he
That's
was
true.
the Oz as well, and back in WCW, and Big Daddy Vegas, Big Vinny
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, Vinny Vegas. So
I
Big
forgot
Daddy
about
Cool,
Vinny
Vinny Vegas. What's up?
Vegas. Yeah. I forgot about Vinny
Vinny
Vegas.
Vinny. So Vinny Vegas. I want people in the chat to tell me if I'm wrong about this, but Vinny Vegas and Scott Hall, when he was the Diamond Stud, they were both in WCW back in the WCW days before Nitro. Diamond Stud and Vinny Vegas. I could be wrong, but I think they were both managed by DDP. He was a manager first, which
Was
is
he
crazy
really?
because he's so freaking tall.
Wow.
And I think he was just tall, and he was always a lanky guy, but as we know, he got into the DDP yoga for a reason, right? He's phenomenal shape, but he was never like a body guy, like a
No.
Big Papa Pump, who we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about
Yes.
Big Papa Pump, but never a body guy like that. But kind of like a Dustin Rhodes, where like you could tell they're strong and thick guys, but they didn't have like definition. But DDP,
So
yeah,
week in the South that's called country strong, right? It's like they're not big,
yeah,
but they're strong. You're
yeah.
like, where is that muscle coming from? Wow, a Punk he is just not liking.
Yeah. Well, he might be. It was crazy. Let me say this before I forget too. I've been meaning to do this. Yeah, look at it. We'll add these, of course. Yeah, but it's funny because, and I always feel bad because I feel like, man, we have such great friends at A Toy Kind of Mood. We got the amazing YouTubers. I got like some of these guys have like 2 to 3 times as many followers, and they always watch our show at least just to say hi.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, damn, why do you guys always go on like the days I'm working or the days I'm like not home? And I popped into both Toy Connections, our boy Ken Poe, and Punk with Toys on Monday, and he was like, "Oh, Trav wanted to finally pop in," and I think we have a super chat. I'm freaking.
Hey, thank you, Dave. That's amazing,
Dude, Dave E, man, what's going on, dude? I appreciate you joining us. And he says Scott Hall wrestled on WWC in Puerto Rico as Cowboy Scott Hall, and he was gigantic. He was he started off as a big dude.
WWC. I don't remember.
Yeah. No, because it was in Puerto Rico. Because I was thinking it's not World Class Championship. That was WCW.
That's what I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah. But man, that reminiscent, just talking wrestling with you guys. But all right, so just back to my point real quick, but thank you so much, Dave. David E. Rodriguez, of course, from Operation Recall fame, right? I'm saying that right? Okay, cool. I get all those crowd funds confused as the 3D Joes. But let's a Punk with Toys and Ken, when I both happened to check in with them, they were talking about wrestling on a non-wrestling show. And so you can actually, it's good, perfect that you're on, Bobby, because go ahead, I'll let you just take it from there.
No, it's just funny because the same thing happened when I was on Ken's show. We were talking about like boxing, unboxing, and we happened to bring up WrestleMania, and then it was over for like the next 10 minutes, just talking about it. Because I just watched day 2, and we were just talking about like I know day 1 was better, but day 2 was absolutely phenomenal. It really was.
Yeah.
I was texting you.
You mean day 1 was phenomenal? Day 2 was okay.
Well, no, but I like day 2. I haven't watched day 1 yet, but I like day 2 still.
Oh my god, day 1 was like, I was there, man. That's the shirt right there. I keep pointing the wrong way.
You and Lance were both there with your belts, you sons of bitches.
Actually, I meant to give Lance this belt, and I put it in the wrong bag, and we just brought the bags. I mean, it was like Jake the Snake if you opened it and had Cole instead of Damien or Lucifer. And we opened it, and this is the one I wanted to give Big Lance, but instead he had the Ric Flair, the World Championship. Shout out, he's not watching this because he's an old man, but Dana, big shout out to our friend. We have a mutual friend, Dana. But yeah, it's just cool that Punk with Toys and Ken, and maybe Ken will join us tonight, but it was cool that they were both just happened to talk about wrestling.
Oh man.
When I just, I popped in, and it was perfect for me to jump in and start talking crap in the chat, man.
That's hilarious.
It's fun too.
Yeah, I felt bad talking with Ken because his other guest had just like no inclination, and we're just like rambling on, like, oh yeah, this is great, like blah blah, and then we're like, all right, 10 minutes later, we need to get back on the toys. Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. But the reason we're all here, we'll talk about it right now, and yeah, if you want to hang with me for this segment, that'd be cool. All right, here we go. Oh, hell yeah. It's the Nitro stage. But you have a good question here, Bobby, for the peeps. Who's your male and female Mount Rushmore? So we have how many? 4 each. So
4 each.
We want to answer that now. And then I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk wrestling and hang out. We're going to get into unboxing toys, but I wanted to bring some people on that just want to talk wrestling. Like, I talked to so many people over the last week, and I'm like, do you collect wrestling figures? And I'm like, no, I used to. But they're such wrestling fans. And I'm like, I want to connect with you guys. I don't have a wrestling show, but I may end up just doing one because I want to connect with those people. And wrestling is just as big as toys in my life. So this is my way to connect. But I'll ask you, what is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
All right.
It's hard. You got to do like almost different eras. It's hard to have like Ric Flair with Cena or something. You know what I mean? It's hard to do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, but I will throughout Ric Flair, Hogan, Stone Cold, and then this is where it's like in that era because you have to say like you would go The Rock, like The Rock. I'm gonna go.
You asked the question.
I know.
You've got to answer it.
Cena.
So you have Hogan, Flair, Cena, and Austin. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for
what?
Huh.
Oh well, before we get to the females, looking at Punk with Toys. I don't know how you don't have. It's hard. How do you not have Ric Flair there? But if you can add a 5th person, to me, that's almost like a perfect list. But then they say the 2 wrestlers with the nickname the GOATs, greatest of all time, is John Cena and Chris Jericho. So now you don't even have them on there. So to me, it's impossible to do 4 unless you do eras. Some wrestlers multiple eras, but if you were to do like Ruthless Aggression and like the modern day like Attitude Era, and then the old, the original, I don't even know what you call it, classic, wrestling 80s. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and I'm not even gonna post what Punk with Toys said. But
Who you're for?
But
Who
I
you?
do. I mean, when it comes to females, oh, you mean males? I mean, I
Yeah.
have to. I mean, I have to kind of. I kind of like that list. I would take The Rock off and add Flair, but The Rock became obviously the most famous person
Mhm,
ever out of wrestling because of,
mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the movie. So, but he was I mean, the promo. Who taught?
I know. I
I
know.
know it's like but then if you did eras, if you did like 80s, then Dusty's on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the NWA. We only saw him as Polka Dot Dusty that he got trolled from McMahon because of all those years of, not being
Yeah.
in
Oh, no,
let's see another list. Kurt Hennig, Rock. You see, you could add any of the wow, that's like an other than Dusty, that's like an intercontinental greatest.
right.
If you
Oh,
had almost instead of Dusty, if you had HBK, you'd have all the greatest intercontinental wrestlers, champion. But yeah, I mean, I love the lists. I mean,
right.
wow, two for Kurt, two for Mr.
I
Perfect,
mean, Mr. Perfect
two for
was great.
Black.
He had one of the greatest promos I ever saw. He threw the football to himself, and I'm like, how do you do that? And I was like, it's editing. I'm like, no.
Dude. And that
Yeah.
reminds me. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you say you go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that reminds me. I have to remind you guys, if you're watching tonight and you enjoy any of this, go back if you missed it. We had JP from Ringside Collectibles. We had Bill McKenna, the greatest designer of wrestling figures ever. And we had Steve Ozer, the guy's awesome marketer. He told us a lot of stuff that you don't hear on a lot of other shows. And you gotta go and watch it. And Mr. Perfect, that new one that's coming on the Legends line, where you can peel off the tights to, because you're able to peel off the top
I love that.
tank top part of the tights and wrap around, man. We seen that in it was a ringside exclusive for, I believe, a Survivor Series Undertaker, but we haven't seen it since, and it's
Yeah.
perfect for Kurt. So yeah, he was a favorite as a kid. But go ahead, I think I cut you off.
Oh, no. I mean, that's it. And I was going to do my females. My females are a little trickier just because I'd probably go lean Lita, Trish, Becky Lynch, and
It's funny, all three are in that angle right now on Raw.
I know.
The
And
tag team squabble angle. And then
then
Trish said she was the most important figure in wrestling history and dropped the mic. I mean, hey, good for her. Hey, and you know what? She really was like the first big
oh
star in
yeah,
that era. Obviously we had Mae Young and all that. And then but if you want to talk women's wrestling, you can't avoid like Manami Toyota and like some of the females in Japan were so far ahead of even the men
oh yeah,
back in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's kind of one of those, you have to be super hardcore fan and trade tapes to see a lot of that.
yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have a female top four, I wouldn't even do it unless I just include the All Japan women. But to
That's
me, if I'm
fine.
just doing a modern list, Kana, aka Ashka, she's
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
Toyota, as I mentioned. Why can't even think of her? It's who's the other great all-time female Japanese
Oh, I have
wrestler?
no
She's
clue.
heavier set. But she's awesome. And then man, I don't know. But American women wrestlers, they've definitely came on with the four horsewomen, with Becky,
Mm-hmm.
Bailey, Charlotte, and Sasha.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go with honestly the fact that Sasha is able to balance a Hollywood life with Mandalorian and these other acting roles,
Mm-hmm.
and she's wrestling now in New Japan and Stardom and keeping up with the
Yeah.
best female wrestlers in the world who are doing high speed style at
Yeah.
her, I gotta give it to Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Monday. I gotta give her in that Rushmore right now.
That's actually where my fourth spot was going to go. I because Lita and Trish, and granted there were you had some other ones in there. Like, who just got put into the Hall of Fame. I can't think of her name right now.
Stacy Keibler,
Keebler. She was
but
great.
not for wrestling. They, more for everything else. And
Yeah, but
we'll
like
actually talk about Stacy Keibler in a little bit because Nitro.
yeah,
She started off.
but I mean, and then I think she gets a lot of. I think we're now seeing just what she did, but China, I think, got a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
grief.
China. And the thing is, I don't. she was a woman, but I don't even. She's like wrestled men back then
Oh,
when
she took on the
and
guys. Yeah,
forever, and she was a champion and everything, and held her own, and she was just something else. You know what I mean? She wouldn't even. I couldn't even put her on her. She's like she has
you
a mountain to herself.
you listen to like a lot of the DX guys. They all loved her. They're like, no, this woman really busted her ass to compete with the guy. So, but yeah, I mean,
I agree with this. Bobby Heenan as the manager for sure, or at
Bobby
least
Heenan.
like even, yeah.
Bobby Heenan. Yeah. Wait, which one was the mouth?
Jimmy Hart, he's
Jimmy
up
Hart.
there.
There we
Jim
go.
Cornette,
Jimmy
yeah.
Hart is my favorite manager. I think it's Hart, Heenan. Oh, who's Roman's manager right now?
Roman's manager is Paul Heyman, aka Paulie Dangerously. He's a top 5. But he's also a great promoter, ECW.
He is a fantastic promoter. He's a fantastic manager. Yes.
This is a great 4 as well. I like this 4. I like
that
this
is a good 4.
Triple H is underrated because in his time he was the best heel going. You know what I mean? Triple H.
Really,
also, he could be a comedic babyface with DX at the same time. So his legacy is a little underrated just because he was there with Stone Cold, The Rock.
Well,
Jericho,
you look at that late '90s Attitude Era, like in Raw. Dude, there was a lot of great personalities that get overshadowed because you had Stone Cold and The Rock. I mean, you had DX, dude, the Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn. Like, come on. I mean, everyone knows that intro. I mean,
oh God, keep talking. I want you to talk because I want to unbox Triple H.
Oh, there we go.
And skip right. We're gonna skip right ahead. I was gonna save him for last and do Bret Hart and Hogan, but man, we're talking that time period, and I want to kind of go over. This is the Triple H.
Yeah.
From look at the tights.
I need that Triple H. I need that Triple H because
so it's at Walmart, and you're in Texas. There's got to be a lot of Walmarts, bro.
Oh yeah.
Right? Look at that face sculpt, dude. This is from 3 years ago, I think.
Let me see if we can do this.
Here we go. Hide a comment.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, yeah, you got. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah. And shout out to my friend Dave Speck for finding me. So this is Ultimate Edition. I believe it's Series 1. If I'm wrong, correct me if it's Series 2. I believe Series 2 was Brock and Shawn Michaels, which I don't have that set yet, but they're re-releasing Series 1. So
good.
Here we go. Let's see. Am I getting a good clear?
There we
go.
That's
Look at
amazing.
that face sculpt. It's freaking awesome. And then he's got but yeah, you could pull back on while I do this. But yeah. Take it away, Bobby, while I open this stuff up.
No, well, I'm just saying, like I think every guy in high school in the late '90s, like, did the "I got 2 words for you" like every goddamn Tuesday, and then like during football practice too. I mean, come on, like, who else? I mean, you had Jericho, you had Y2J. Jericho was great during that time. Like he's a fantastic wrestler. Ever since their butts. You had the Undertaker. You had Kane.
Well, here's the thing. Let me chime in about my favorite wrestler of all time, Chris Jericho. And I guess I'm blurry because it wants me to show figures, which is fine. You'd rather see figures than me, wouldn't you guys? Yeah. All these sculpts. Seeing how they were 3 years ago. I don't know if I have that all the way down on that dumbbell, but yeah, look at this.
That's amazing.
They got this is a chainmail, and it's not if it was chains, it'd be better, obviously, right? But you know what? It's got some nice effects on it. Let's see. Now it wants me clear. Damn, we were doing so good in pre-show. Oh, here we go. I think we're good. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool.
That's really dope.
See, now you can see how great the chains look, even though it's just the paint work on this. The paint apps are just tremendous, man. And like, that's cool. And I got his trusty sledgehammer, of course. And the amount of accessories you get in Ultimate, I know some of you guys are like, I don't want to, I'm collecting Joe's or Marvel. I don't want to collect wrestling figures too. But if you're only going to collect any wrestling figures, you got the
Ultimates.
double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, and I believe this one has 33 points of articulation, but now the new ones have 35 because you got drop down hips and you got better, I believe, better butterfly. There's some butterfly. No, these don't even have the butterfly joints actually. So yeah, see, just got the single joints, but the new ones have butterflies. But yeah, this is freaking awesome. Hey, Bob, you got to catch up with the chat, dude. Isn't it your job?
Well, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, no, I know you're having fun. You're an impromptu guest. So yeah, I feel you.
Let's see here. I didn't really watch WCW. I was, in the war of the ratings, I was definitely Raw.
We'll talk Nitro in a second. But I just love having this discussion. What else we got going on in the chat room? Yeah, Jericho was hilarious in WCW. And the thing with Jericho is the guy killed it in Mexico, killed it in WWF, WWE, WCW. He killed it in even Ring of Honor. He's Ring of Honor champion last year. I mean, AEW, there is no AEW without Chris Jericho.
There isn't.
You know what I mean?
No.
So New Japan, he had great matches with Tanahashi and a classic with Omega. The guy is still performing at a high level, while the other guys are all retired. So I don't know how you almost don't, you don't consider him a GOAT,
No, there's something I was looking for.
I'm glad I brought my knife, but yeah, go ahead.
And
do you remember this cap? Oh my God, remember this cap? Not Captain America. Look at that. That's freaking hilarious, dude.
Kango cap. Yes, I remember that.
And it fits on perfectly, but this is the head sculpt. Look at these face sculpts. My God.
No,
and again, this is a re-release from Ultimate Edition 1. We're coming up on 19, man. 18, 19, 17. Yeah, this is freaking badass. I want to say thank you to Luke. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I think I got lucky one night and I went on Walmart.com, horrible website from a suspect company, and I was able to get Ruthless Aggression Cena, and they said it was going to ship on the 19th, and today is what day?
The 19th.
And I'd never got a shipping notice, so guess what? It's probably going to get canceled. And it was a restock with it showed 2 left or whatever. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen. I was hoping to have it in time for this, but oh man, my bad. They dropped. Oh man, this belt is almost like too big for him, man.
Too big. They're all. I think I don't have any because I've got.
So, in case you're wondering, it's the same one, the Attitude Era Championship. It's also kind of why I wore it, but freaking badass, man.
So I've got Hogan, I've got Stone Cold, and I've got The Rock. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have any of them wearing the belt. I think I have them all holding them up.
That's what I tend to do, as you can see in the background. I have some of them hold it around the waist, and it depends on what they got going on. But yeah, this is just
that's
awesome
a great figure.
I'm gonna give this figure. I mean, it doesn't have. It was pre-butterfly joints, pre-drop down hips, but considering it was 3 years ago in Ultimate Edition 1, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 DX whiskeys out of 5. I mean, it's the invasion of Nitro, right? And but yeah, I think we should get into, before we unbox more stuff and play with some toys, we should talk about the Nitro set. And yeah, we showed the video. If you missed it, it's on Action Figure Attack, Steve Ozer's Instagram. You can go follow him and watch up. So what are your, I'll ask you first before I get into it, what are your initial thoughts of this set?
Stunning. We saw this. If I'm not mistaken, we saw this last year at Comic-Con, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's amazing. It's huge. If I was a bigger fan of the WCW era, like if this was the Raw stage, I would be very hard pressed not to flip stuff just to be able to get it because this is amazing. The lights, I mean, it looks great. It looks fantastic, and I love the figures. I do like the figures it comes with. Uh, that Rey Mysterio, the DDP. Uh, Somewhere in my like vault of figures, I have my old school DDP and my Goldberg somewhere from like God '97. So old school, but yeah, I dig the shit out of it, man. I really do.
All right. And so the news, yeah, we talked at length with the guys who created it, or at least, came up with the idea or promoting it, marketing it. So again, I don't want to go too deep into it because we did a full show with Mattel. And so go watch that. It's 2 episodes ago on A Toy Kind of Mood. Please watch. That was just a great interview. Um, so initially, the set itself is amazing. I mean, it's got 100. Thanks again, Dave. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna actually talk about what they should have or could have or what they can't do. And the key word there, Bobby, is can't.
Yeah,
And I'll explain that in a bit. Um, and
I
let's see.
I do
Yeah,
agree
go
with
ahead.
Dave. I do agree with Dave. I just I could not care less about that Taker. I mean, not Taker. Ultimate Warrior figure.
Right.
Um, I think with this moment is where they could have gone
Mm-hmm.
Disco Inferno or someone like
Yep.
that, where it's more of a deep cut, but one like, oh, that would be cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Instead, we get another Hogan. I love
Right.
the Rey Mysterio. I love the DDP. Um, but that Warrior, I couldn't care. I could care less about it. Just being honest.
Yeah. And I'll go one by one with the figures, but
Sure,
first
sure.
I'll just say that I just want to talk about the set. I think there's so much attention on the figures, but the set itself, I
Hmm.
saw it in person
Hmm.
at the WrestleMania Superstore, aka WrestleMania Access,
Yeah.
and it is gorgeous. And I think a lot of people are like, I have no room for it. Well, once again, shout out to Steve on his Action Figure Attack Instagram. You
Hmm.
check it out. He's been doing a like taking it and showing a slim setup, and it will fit on top of a standard bookcase that's probably, like about a foot and a few inches long. So you'll
Really?
have the actual ramp and staging put off in a different way. It has different formats, and that's very key because I'm looking at a bookcase right now that has some figures on it, but not a whole lot going on. And I'm like, if that fits on that, then I could put and it'll be nice because I got a ring. I still got a lot of room in this ring, but it's like it'll be nice to get some of my figures over there and away from here, and it'll create some room. So, and then whenever I want to do this setup, I'll throw it on the floor, dining room, and kind of show everybody or whatever.
Yeah.
But all right, we're gonna talk about that, Dave, right now about Warrior and Hogan and why and whatever and out. And so let's get into the next one. All right, so this was a very cool picture. Shout out to My Damn Toys, good dude. He was here in the last show in the chat when we had Steve and JP and Bill on, and I don't know where the source is, but he posted this on his Instagram. I know he got this out, but this is what it could possibly look like if you wanted the entire collection of WCW figures that they have up to this point. And I think the key to this, Bobby, is the man called Sting, the Crow Sting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at this time, we know he is signed. I mean, not unfortunately for fans of AEW, which, I'm sure a lot of you watched Dynamite before watching this, but right now he's not under a license deal with WWE Legends. But supposedly his retirement is coming this year, soon, possibly at the All In show at Wembley. And
Ooh.
every wrestling figure collector is craving for that day for him to retire from AEW, just so he could sign a Legends deal again, so we could get some more damn figures, because we can't get an Ultimate Edition Sting. I got a couple figures of Elite defining moments and whatnot, but we can't get an Ultimate Edition Sting. And I think if Sting is in this campaign, I totally agree with what My Damn Toys was saying. I'll show that slide in a second. But yeah, man, if he was included, I mean, we're looking at a different ball game maybe, because he really is that. Here we go. See, this My Damn Toys, an Ultimate Sting would have funded the stage in 3 days. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, because right now it's kind of stuck in limbo, but maybe, right?
I mean, I can't argue that because I think that Sting is kind of synonymous with that stage. Because right now, yeah, it's 41% backed, and it ends in 2.5 weeks. So
yeah, it had a nice surge in the beginning, and unfortunately, it has not moved. It has not moved, and let's show the numbers. I think this is of last night. There was one more backer. So one more backer. It's 2097, I think. Last I looked a few minutes ago, but yeah, it's stuck in limbo, and it's sad because the tiers, guys, have changed. So I was almost certain when they made that move, Bobby, to add Big Papa Pump as an unlock at number 1, that it was going to surge. It didn't move at all. I backed it when that happened. I was like, I'm getting $400 worth if I can get $120 Scott Steiner and $80 Rey Mysterio. That's $200. And that Nitro set is well worth $200. I mean, it's worth probably $400, but we're in inflation times right now, so I get it. But if I can get, even if it does, and I was almost certain if we got Papa Pump that we could get more to get DDP, because DDP and Papa Pump as right here, they gone. What's up, dude? It's been a while. Nice to see you. And yeah, that DDP does look cool. We'll talk about DDP in a second. And actually, Shockmaster was a Comic-Con exclusive from 2016 or 2017. Bobby, do you remember that?
I don't actually. Do I? Let me see.
It's an upside down. Look it up on Google. It was an up, and maybe add it if you can. It's an upside. He's upside down because he fell through the damn building. Poor tugboat. But Shockmaster had the that styrofoam stormtrooper hat with the glitter.
Yeah.
And it was a Comic-Con exclusive, and I hate myself for not getting every WWE Comic-Con exclusive ever, because they're now all grails that I need. So, all right, let's see what Punk has to say before we move on. One of the biggest issues with how Mattel does the crowdfunding is that they charge you the moment it funds. No, that isn't true. So that isn't true. They do hold money on your account, but it doesn't totally come out until May 5th. So, but if you do you could do a pay in 4, which is what I did, because with tax and shipping, it's $444, and instead I will pay $111 I paid $111 already. It didn't come out of my account yet. It's on a hold.
Gotcha.
And then every 2 weeks after May 5th, it will be $111, I believe. So either way, it might even be every 2 weeks since when I backed it. But either way, it was $111 for 8 weeks. So but they do not fully charge you. It does have a pending charge on your account. So it's true, if you don't have $400 in your bank account, you shouldn't be buying this anyway. But just not to get too personal, it will be a pending charge, so you may get an overdraft. So I understand that, but it doesn't fully come out until the end of the campaign. So there's that. But I want to circle back to this. And so they added Big Papa Pump and Ray. And man, Big Papa Pump, he even did a fan vote, Steve, and he said, all right, guys, we need, we can see that we got to get you guys on board.
Right.
Which one of these figures in the tier do you want with 5,000? And he was 70-something%. I mean, he had Warrior second, but he was like almost, unanimous. Big Papa Pump. And I was like, man, for them to listen to fans and do it, and then 30 or 40 people backed it after that. I'm in shock. speaking of Shockmaster, I was in shock that it didn't move, and I don't. It could just be the time. There's so much stuff coming out. It could be the times that we're in.
I think it's the times we're in. I think money's tight for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
I think last year or 2 years ago, I think last year was the year of the his tank. 2 years ago, this is funded like this.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. But I also read this as a comment,
Yeah,
and I don't know where it was from. It might be under Facebook group or an Instagram, like My Damn Toys, a comment or something, like people leaving comments. But someone said, wrestling figure collectors are the brokest of all the toy collectors. And there was a lot of like laugh emojis, but there was some truth to that from what like people were leaving comments about. There was some truth to that being the case. I
yeah,
don't know why. I mean, whatever. Wrestling fans are their own breed, but it's funny
true.
because GI Joe collectors was synonymous with being the cheapest, but as we could see, that is not the case
That
with
is not the
Classified
case.
or even the Sky Striker. All right.
No, I know.
All right, let's see what Punk follows up. They charge people right after it funded. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
right
they're
after the
gonna
fund.
charge after it funds, but they don't charge right away. Wrestling figures are expensive. Well, they're $22.99. Every Hasbro
Well,
figure is $24.99.
well, how much are the ultimates?
$33.99. You get your money's worth for that,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you do. I
With
actually,
inflation, everything went up. So the elites went up from $19.99 to $22.99. Everything went up $3.
yeah,
So because it was $29.99, that went up $4. The ultimates,
yeah,
33.9. I believe it's 30. No, it could be 32. It depends. You know, in your ringside collectibles, 36, but you get it. You're gonna get it in nice packaging. You're gonna get, you don't have to hunt at the store and get a
yeah,
botch box and everything like that. Yeah, we're gonna go over all the. I mean, we're gonna
yeah,
go over a lot of these right now.
yeah.
So yeah, but all right. So here's Big Papa Pump, man. I mean, he is. There's never been an Ultimate Edition. He is now. People are like, oh well, why isn't it the chainmail version? And I get maybe the problem is they want the chainmail version, and they know that now that the mold is here, and the sculpt, if you will, that
Exactly.
they're gonna just wait for the chainmail version. And I think fans are getting really finicky and smart with their money. Like, well, they already made this, so and then, but you're not going to get this Scott Steiner if this set doesn't come out. I mean, maybe in 3 years they'll be like, okay, well, that was 3 years ago, but they're not gonna immediately. It's gonna be a while, guys.
When
It's not gonna be like in a few months just because this doesn't fund. If you
right?
want the first appearance,
When
yeah,
was
go
the
ahead.
Rancor? When was the Rancor travesty?
I have no idea what the fans do they
Was
know?
that
Hey
was it
guys,
two? Was it 2 years ago? That HasLab, the
I
Star
think it's
Wars.
already 2 years ago now. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
maybe.
And we're just now getting that Luke.
What was that?
We're just now getting that Luke.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good
So,
call. That's a good
mhm.
call.
so they've got the tooling for this now. They've got the molding.
Mhm.
But yeah, I say 2 years from now we'll get a Steiner.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, 2 years if you guys want to. Almost. Yeah. I mean, he's saying. Oh, he says
almost three.
almost 3 years. So I was thinking three, but if
Yeah.
you want to say two, because I feel they're not going to be thrilled with this because the thing is,
Mm-mm.
the
No.
problem is if you guys are really into collecting wrestling figures and you want that raw stage that we showed in the last show, that's the pinnacle, right? Of wrestling is Raw. Raw,
Yeah.
after the 83 weeks of domination of Nitro, Raw took over forever.
Ever.
And that stage, we saw that at Comic-Con, I believe,
Hmm.
2 years ago. And that's next. And then the SmackDown with the fist, the hand, the fist, that staging is great. And even if you don't like that era, whatever, it's beautiful. We're not getting that if we don't get the Nitro. So it's almost like this is the way to kind of fund future projects with this. So if you want that, fund this and sell it, guys. Like get your figures, sell the stage, sell it for a couple $100. Like I thought I didn't fund it right away either. I'm with a lot of you, but then once they added Big Papa Pump, I saw the value in it. And it's crazy that it didn't move. It's so All right, so the next one is Rey Mysterio, and the problem is with some of these figures is that they didn't show the cloth goods in the promos, and this does come with his like cloth cape, and they did show the cloth off at the WrestleMania Superstore. So once you add the soft goods, because it looks very bare bones for an Ultimate, doesn't it,
Yeah,
Tommy?
it looks
But
like it looks like a Marvel Legends.
basically, yeah, it is. It's Ray, and there's a million Rays right now, and I think it is on fire. But the problem is there's 100,000 Rays because he's so toyetic, man. He's
He
like the
is.
real life Spider-Man wrestling
Ray's
figure, and he's still
fantastic.
relevant, Hall of Fame, still wrestling on TV, having great matches on Raw and everything, and he's an icon. And
He just wrestled WrestleMania.
well, he wrestled on Raw. I mean, he was on Raw back-to-back weeks. The guy doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop.
And yes, Jose is right. They should have added the renders. And
Yeah.
I actually, so I did ask Steve about that, and he said that the website, he doesn't handle the website as far as I know. He does the social media, and he says that the website can be difficult to work with. And then he just basically told me they just didn't go with those images yet, or it hasn't updated or something. But he's not on the website team. That might be something I can ask this week. I'm doing Toy Fair with those guys. It's a closed Toy Fair, but I can ask them why the renders aren't there. But maybe because they're renders. Maybe they don't want to show you something that can change, and that's kind of what I got. But yeah, the cloth goods should have been shown off in the
He really
renders,
should have.
even if it wasn't ready, just a mock-up, because
Something, yeah.
To me, or even so for instance, just coming back to Big Power Pump, we don't even see the other face sculpts in the thing. And look how many you got. 3 face sculpts, you get the shades, and then Steve did add that there's going to be a lot of deco added. You can't get the Superman, of course, you can't get the Superman rights, but there's going to be a lot of deco added to Scott Steiner, and it does come with that cool US championship belt. And then you just wanted to add this since we're on Ray. This Ray is cool. And then Bill McKenna, my buddy, he showed off the first defining moments Ray, and then the ultimate version, as you can see on the right, fully articulated, and
Yeah, it's amazing.
just kind of a comparison shot. And that this is a sweet, I believe this is the Ruthless Aggression era Walmart. They were up for pre-order, but they're gone now.
Yeah. Gotcha. That is awesome. That is amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's see right here. K Nash through like a dart. All right, cutting back in here.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk Rey Mysterio. There's a reason I'm wearing this awesome Halloween Havoc shirt. And man, Ray and Eddie. Okay, so this is Halloween Havoc. This isn't Nitro.
Right.
But to me, you've kind of you got to throw, if you want this stage to fun, here's where we're going to get funky, and they may just say, all right, you're not going to fun it the way we got it. Oh well, but this is the beginning. So we got that first appearance, Ray.
Yep.
But they are doing the Monday Night Wars sets branding for Walmart. It is taking over Ruthless Aggression, and I believe this took place during the Nitro era. And how cool would it be to get this set as a double pack Ultimate, or at least a double pack? Getting the Halloween Havoc, a double pack Elite. Now I know it wouldn't really make sense to come with a Nitro set, but I just thought it's gonna take a home run as kind of like a fifth, or just something else to add to this set to get people. Yeah, and that Phantom look is my favorite, and I'm so mad that I don't have this. And look at, there it is. It was an Elite 66 or 67, it says. And but yeah, this thing is sold out and now worth a lot of money. So can we get a re-release? And can we get that deco for Eddie? That's like that just freaking, that deco on Eddie is awesome.
Yeah, if you did that, I'm not gonna say it would meet, but I think if they came out like Friday and said, hey, if we get to here, here's Eddie, I think it gets a boost because you have Ray and Eddie, and you get the that connection. I think that would push it up.
Right. Yeah.
But
Well, but it is Halloween Havoc, so it doesn't really go with Nitro Stage. But I'm just throwing things out here that now that they're doing Monday Night Wars, even if they don't have it for this set, I'd love to see it re-released.
I'm
If
just saying if they put in just an Eddie, and
I would add. So here we go, Eddie. So there's I believe that's a custom, but that's a Halloween Havoc, and I could be wrong. That could be a Toy Biz or I mean, not Toy Biz, Jax.
Yeah.
I could be off on that. If you guys know what this is, let me know. I believe it's a custom, but when I found this image, I was like, and obviously it would have a much better looking head sculpt and everything.
Right.
But that deco is like the Halloween Havoc deco is just, that's to me the ultimate Eddie for WCW, because we already talked about it last show. We're getting an ultimate Eddie WWE run, and in that one, that's the Latino heat. Light Cheat Steel Days, but man, if we're gonna get WCW Eddie, we're gonna need this one. Oh man, I ain't even going there, Punk. But look, they brought back Latino World Order on Raw.
Yes.
As an honor for Eddie, and it's kind of funny because it was a joke in WCW. It did sell a lot of merch, but it did. They were kind of a jobber faction rip off NWO. A Latino job, not quite all the way jobber, but they never really were pushed that they should have. They had an incredible, Super Crazy and Psychosis and all that. But yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Perfect. Yeah, you can.
And I know that would have been KJ's comment if he was not at a screening tonight. But now that you got Latino World Order back as a thing, because that's kind of how WWE works. When it's a thing in WWE again, it could be kind of a thing with their media.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, because it's like if they don't want to talk about ECW or show ECW, we don't get that. But then when they're okay with it, like, oh, Triple H is in charge, we're going to start getting a more, it all kind of starts from the top. But yeah, I mean, can we get that by the way, that's a 1/6 scale Eddie on the right.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So we need this Eddie back. And even if it's, again, part of the Monday Night Wars, but imagine they add this into the tiers. We're shaking some numbers, guys. We are.
I agree.
I don't know if you only got 2,000 and 100, almost 100 at this point. I don't know what are the numbers again? What do we get? Let's go.
2097. We're at 41%. It's 2097.
Here we go. Okay. Okay, yeah. So almost 2,100, because I think it's 20. Yeah. So if you only got 2,100 people, you can't add this as a tier for like 11K or 13K. You have to include, at this point, we need a home run to include into the 5K. It's a repaint. It's a repaint. I mean, it is ultimate, but they've got Eddie coming out. You just gotta have the mullet look instead of the short hair, and they got the deco for it. And it costs, everything costs money. It costs them money, tooling, and we get it. But if they want to get this done, if they want, I say this as someone, I backed it. I want it. I think Eddie included. It's Latino World Order. It's in the Nitro era. You got Ray and Eddie. You got first appearance Ray. You got Latino World Order. Latino World Order is hot. Rey Mysterio is wearing LWO right now on Raw. You add this Eddie, you have a better chance. And guess what?
Agree.
If you don't, if it doesn't happen, then you got it coming out for the Monday Night War. And that's the thing. Monday Night Wars. We don't know we don't really know. I kind of know some stuff. I can't say, but we don't know the full plans for the Monday Night War. So next up, right here. Yes, Bad Bunny. I hope he gets his ass kicked by my friend Dominic. I love Dominic. We just showed it. We said we showed 2,097, right?
Yes.
And we need 5,000. So we need almost 3,000 people. So we're trying to come up with ways here to get this done. It's at 41%. Yep, right here.
But here's what I will say, even if this doesn't get back, I think Raw does get back. I think Raw has more.
Oh, speaking of the devil, here he is. What's up, KJ? We were just thinking of you.
You were. I think that Raw has more endearing legacy than WCW Nitro. So I think even if this doesn't get backed, Raw gets back.
Yeah, but the thing is, they said they are not doing a Raw stage if this doesn't get backed.
That's stupid, but I understand it, but it's stupid.
Yep. And I agree. We're just it's forever too soon, in my opinion. But yeah, so this DDP is, for me, initially this was my favorite figure they showed, and then I really saw when I saw the renders. What's up, Jeremy? What's going on? Oh, that is funny, dude.
Never
La
too much
Parka would be good. But this DDP is great, and a lot of people complain because we did have this. I don't have it because I kind of jumped in late. I've cherry picked wrestling figures, and now look, this is my collection. So I need this DDP. I need this DDP, but I think everybody needs this DDP. That's the essential DDP, the Kid Rock almost DDP with the wash jeans. On the right, it's a real picture, but yeah, he's more known for the wash jeans, the white tape. But if they did the dark jeans with black tape, I wouldn't be mad at it. But he had different looks in this. But the vest, the jeans with the tape ribs. This is the essential WCW Nitro DDP. But it could be coming in the. I don't know anything. It could be for this. I don't know. It could be coming in the Monday Night Nitro War. So that's the thing. They've reached deals with Walmart for certain figures that we don't know about, even I don't know about, and they can't include them. When I said can't, what can Mattel can't do? They can't include some of these figures because they've already reached deals with their partner, their retail partner on this line, the Monday Night Wars. Yep. He is retired. He's retired as much as Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Yeah, here we go. Yep. It's so that's the thing. They're giving us the more known DDP with the regular attire because this might be, I don't know, might be in the Monday Night Wars.
But
if it's not, it's a re-release.
Go back to that that once again, look, soft goods. I'm pointing to the screen like you can see it. I'm pointing at it. Soft good renders, no soft goods on the figure. Like, I think the non-inclusion of the soft goods really hurt them because they look like very simple Marvel Legends figures with nothing added.
Here's the thing. So Mattel addresses everything.
Yeah.
But the problem is on the biggest stage, we don't see it. So what I'm saying is by that is on Mattel Creations website, we don't see it. Nope. It might be in a social media post.
Yep.
It might be in an interview, like they told us a lot of stuff, guys. Again, go watch that interview 2 episodes ago, right? So, but that's the thing. What are we reaching? 300,000 people, but Mattel Creations website, which is where this is at, doesn't have that information. So that could be, I don't know if they get an extra 3,000 backers if they convey that information, but it still couldn't hurt.
It couldn't hurt at all.
Even if the soft goods isn't ready, if they're rushing, just get a damn, get these pictures on the website. You know what I mean? Get them on. I gotta be honest. They got, even if they're not in the beautiful photography, just get the renders there and say coming, could change, write all the stuff in the bottom, disclaimers, everything. I totally agree with you on that. But yeah, if we get, I'm happy to get any DDP. And by the way, he hosted a cool Best of Nitro. It's on Peacock. If you just want to see some funny, an hour-long thing on the Best of Nitro, DDP is the host. It's really good. It's on Peacock. So yeah, on the WWE banner there. Okay, next up, Warrior. So this is okay. So Bill talked about it, and when Bill explained that jacket and how gorgeous it was, I get it. But as you can see on the left, Bobby, your point. Where's the damn coat that sells me on this Warrior? It's not there. Right?
Yeah, it's like once again, it's stupid that they're not. I messed that up. Hold on. They're not
All right.
including.
Yep.
They're not including any of the stuff that we want to see. So why even talk about the jacket if you're not going to,
Right.
you know, like, oh, the jacket's
our
great.
friend-
The jacket's great. Okay, great. Yep. Where's it on the figure?
So here's the thing. Bringing that comment back. They should have added the renders. The figures just look plain for a crowdfunding. If you look at the face sculpt, that paint Warrior, it's great. Problem is, Warrior was not a big part of WCW. It was kind of a joke at that point.
Yeah, he was a joke.
So, hey, what's up, Charlie? Gotta have the duster. Absolutely, that duster jacket sells me on it, and you can't go. Warrior's like Ray. He's totally toyetic, right? So we get it.
Yeah,
but there is a lot of Warriors right now. And the best Warrior figure, which I have in here somewhere, is Clogging Pegs at Walmart, that Ultimate Edition. That is an amazing figure, but it's also a re-release of the Defining Moment. They made a lot of them, Target. It's not a peg. It's not like it hasn't sold. I'm sure they sold a lot. But WCW and Warrior, man, I don't know. I mean, I'm cool with this being, it's at 9K, but yeah, there are so many names that are under a Legends deal. Remember that. You can't have Disco and Raven and some of these other names we're talking about because they're not under deals.
Yeah.
These toys have to be approved with paperwork with WWE. You can't just have,
it's true.
That's why we're seeing some of these independent, like they just showed up Brian Pillman is coming out on an independent toy maker and everything. So let's see. I'll let you handle the comments.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's our take on. So here's Hogan. How many freaking I got? How many freaking Hulk Hogan? That's the number one complaint that we have, and this Hulk Hogan isn't too much different than
the Ultimate one.
No. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Never mind. I ain't even gonna try it. I don't want to knock shit down. But there was a Hogan. There's a Hogan that's out with Legends, and it's very similar. Now look, that belt doesn't say WWE on it. It is the official first time in the line, I believe, in a long time. Maybe not first time in the line, but in a long time. The WCW World Championship belt without it saying WWE on it. So that's cool. It is a very cool Hogan. It is American made Hulk Hogan. Okay. And the face sculpts look a little different than the other ones we got, but it is essentially similar to one that we did get. So there are so many Hogans. I understand what Dreadnought Ryan was saying you got Hogan, you got Ray, you got Warrior. Those are big heavy hitters to get the casuals. But guess what? Casuals to me are not buying a WCW Nitro set.
They're not.
That is crowdfunding, HasLab, Mattel Creations. That is for the hardcore audience. The hardcore audience does not need another Ray, another Warrior, or and especially not another Hogan. That said, do I want this Hogan? Yeah. If it's part of it, part of the 5K, yes, thank you. But
the only
now
reason
it's 11K. Go ahead.
The only reason I want this Hogan, and this is, I feel dirty saying this, is the Hulkster like workout belt. I love that, but God, it's just like it looks about the same as that's wrong. As the Ultimate Hogan already have. And I like mine because you can do the shirt rip.
Mm-hmm.
A Harlem
There
Heat
is
Booker
cloth
T would be
goods.
dope.
There is cloth goods with this, and they didn't show it. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just responding to Dave's right here. A Harlem Heat Booker T would be awesome actually.
Well, yeah, that's because we right here. That was one of my next slides, man. That is an elite. Booker T is, as we know, he's an NXT announcer, color commentator. So he's on the 7-hour pre-show for all the pay-per-views. Booker T is, you might not be able to get his brother, but you can certainly get Booker, a Booker figure if we can't get Stevie. And that Booker T on the left, I don't have it. I never got to get the ringside collectibles Harlem Heat set. I think it was just on ringside, but maybe not. But here we go. At least we got the wonderful ringside photos there. But as you could see, a Booker and Stevie on the left. Now, even if we can't get Stevie, I know he was saying he did sign a Legends contract. I believe it was 2015, but it may have expired. And I think he said some things here and there. So if we can't get him, I get it. But get us a Booker T. I mean, he was a world five-time world champion. So I am with Dave on this. If you get Booker T at 11K, include Hogan in the 5K. Get Booker T at 11K. Actually, throw in a Latino World Order Eddie if I got it. You want to get this done, right? Come on, they're figures.
I mean, look, and I get to meet Booker T a few years back. Wonderfully nice guy.
Yeah.
You guys, training camp here, dude's massive. His Hall of Fame ring was ginormous. I got to try it on. Wonderfully nice guy, but yeah, that dude's big. That's a big dude.
Yeah, he is a big guy. He says a lot of crazy stuff here and there, every now and then. But you know what would totally get this backed right away? This should have been included with the set. Guys, you ready? Everyone watching the show right now, you will back the Mattel Creations WCW Nitro crowdfund tonight. If this is included, I guarantee it. It is the Nitro Girl. Let's go.
Look, you know what?
LFG, baby. Look at that. You ain't backing this? You ain't backing this, Bobby? Come on, even your wife would back it for you. She'd be like, hell yeah, they're pretty. Ashley's mad cool. She's about it. She'd be like, yeah, now I can collect wrestling figures now. Look, come on. The Nitro Girls are super iconic. Look
it is
this.
Iconic.
We got Eddie Ross. Yo, no, I know you don't mean Scott Norton over the Nitro Girls. He just means yo. Well, we're gonna tell a Buff Bagwell. All right, you guys are getting dirty right now, but not as dirty as a night. How great with these gals? I mean, come on, iconic. Look at that, Charmel Booker T, his wife.
Yep.
Is it married or ex-wife? Are they still together? That's
I think they're
Charmel on
still
the
together.
left. I think they're still together. And then on the right, WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Just a few weeks ago, Stacey
I thought that was her.
Yeah. She's got legs.
Yep.
She knows how to use. Yeah, anyway, guys, get the Nitro Girls. Yeah, man. It couldn't hurt. But
90s. That is so
right, someone brought up Buff Bagwell. Buff Bagwell is not signed. And neither is, I don't know. I asked Steve, he didn't answer me, maybe he doesn't know. I don't think Stevie it can happen. But if we got Harlem Heat at 11, hell, Harlem Heat at 13K, we might get 10,000 people. I don't know. I'm talking crap, but man, we need, yeah, I don't know. But I'm seeing a lot of people want Buff. Buff ain't happening as far as I know, for maybe ever. And Stevie, I'm not sure. I want Harlem Heat more than anybody else, man. I'm telling you. Especially now that the Steiners, the classic Steiners, that's like in limbo because of, we addressed that. But man, Harlem Heat would be the shiz.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh no, I'm agreeing with you.
Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, Harlem Heat 11K. All right.
Look, if I had just like money to throw away, I would 100% back this.
Yeah.
It's just
And just a disclaimer. I was in the interview and I totally agree. I think the Nitro stage alone is worth $400. The problem is people don't have the room. Some people are not as connected to WCW because of kind of how WWE treated the brand for a while when there was the kind of the invasion angle. Hey, thanks for watching, Lawrence, man. Yeah. We're glad we don't need any more of your garbage that comes out of your mouth. Yeah. Look, again, some of these guys, they're not under, and we got it. Look, we got it right here. There's Glacier. I got your back, Jeremy, and we got Raven. These guys are not Raven. Are you kidding me? I freaking love Scotty Riggs Raven, but I don't think we get it. I don't think they're not under deals. You know what I mean? You got to be signed. Steiner math. Love it. Steiner math. Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, Raven, look at that. You got the Sandman. Imagine getting that shirt.
once
Oh,
again,
the soft goods
peak
Sandman
90s.
shirt.
Oh yeah.
You could get it on eBay even if they couldn't, because someone will, I'm sure it's on there anyway, because you know I got my Destro Piper that those guys were loving. We haven't announced that yet. We have a show announcement. We will announce it.
We do.
We're not ready yet.
We still have a
We have a big announcement. That's why I brought you on, but then you ended up just hanging out all night. I love it. Made my job easier. Okay, moving on. Hey, Rodzilla, you want to get this back? Dennis Rodman. I mean, look, you're messing with Bad Bunny, probably getting a Bad Bunny figure. We got Logan Paul, Ultimate Edition sold out. Why not a Rodzilla figure, brother?
That'd be awesome. Make this a 2-pack, it would sell.
Oh my God. And speaking of that, man, I might as well, you want to take some of these comments and make some of your own, because I'm gonna do a little unboxing right here. Thank you so much. And we'll still talk Nitro stage in a bit, but yeah, look. Ringside Collectibles. Can't thank you guys enough. You got the beautiful, and this is, so the funny thing about this one, Hulk Hogan, is this is NWO Wolfpack, but it's NWO Elite. And this is a WWE Elite figure. So yeah, it's in the Elite collection. So we did Ultimate Edition. And you got the awesome bio on the back. And this is when they came back and combined the black and white with the black, red, and white. And it is the Ultimate Edition. But we'll bring back Bobby in there in a bit. Yeah. And oh yeah, look, Karl Malone in DDP. I don't know if you can get Karl Malone, but
forgot about that.
That's funny. Giannis, Otto and TK. You know what? I am proud to be the first person to have the Nitro stage, guys, and it's just this easy. Here it is. Back it now for no, I'm kidding. But $400. Let's go. No. That's the back of the the back of the set for Wolfpack. What else we got here? Oh yeah. Outsiders. Let's talk about the Outsiders. This is when you think WCW Nitro, Bobby. While I open this, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
What names come to life? I mean, right?
It's Scott Hall. It's NWO.
It's NWO, and when you think NWO,
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash,
Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash are the first two names you think of, the Outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed these in particular because it's got we got Wolfpack Kevin Nash. Now this did release, but look at the face sculpt, not as good.
Yeah.
You know why not? Not everyone has these. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I don't have them. I want a re-release. Give us a re-photo, give us butterfly, articulation, give us drop down hips, give us some ultimate sculpts. We get that beautiful NWO title, which we have with this Hogan. And man, let's get. Why are the Outsiders not in the set, Bobby?
Once again, I think Mattel. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't, because if you had included these two with it, it would be much higher. When I think
it's done,
when I think WCW Nitro, I don't think that Hogan. I don't think that Warrior. I think
All you got to do is repaint this.
that's all it
You
is.
just got to repaint it. That's it.
Look,
I mean, it's a lot more than just that, but give us a soft goods NWO shirt. Give us these Outsiders at 11K. If you can't do Harlem Heat, give us the Outsiders, or give us maybe one of them at 9K. Instead of Hogan and Warrior, you got the Outsiders. But you know what? They probably have plans for that Monday Night War set. So,
but once
you know,
again here,
yep.
but once again, it's something that when I think Nitro, and there was was I watching? Shoot, I was watching one of the biographies on A&E. I forget who I was watching it on, but there was like everyone was part of the NWO at one point. Like it was a running joke that everyone was part of the NWO.
Oh, yeah, you had Brian Adams, aka Crush.
Yeah.
You had Michael Wall Street, aka
Yep.
IRS. You had Virgil. You had,
Yep.
Scott Norton was a good member. Then they started just having job guys like
Exactly.
the fake warrior. I forgot that guy's name. Help me out. Who was the fake warrior? Everybody else, help me out. He was part of it. Fake Sting was part of NWO. It just became a running joke.
Yep. Oh, like hold on. Let me go back to DJ's comment real quick. NWO stuff, like have like spray painted like on something. I don't know, like on a table or some shit like that. Like they could really lean into
even just some elements. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it Renegade? Renegade. There we go.
Renegade. That's it. Renegade. That's funny. We used to call
Yeah.
one of my friends one of my best friends growing up, his mother's boyfriend, right? Post like divorce and everything, looked like the Renegade, and we used to call him Bill the Renegade because of WCW Renegade.
Funny.
Dude, let's take a look at this Hogan real quick. Oh man, brother.
Hold on, I'm going. There you go.
Oh, you gotta, if you do small screen, it comes in better now.
No, I'm putting you. There we go.
No,
What?
it's everybody. It's not showing just me. It's showing everybody.
I think my streamer is messing up for some reason. But
all right, don't touch anything. Right here we go. Solo layout. Do you see a solo layout?
I think I was clicking your solo layout. I was clicking solo, and you were clicking solo. So
yeah, we're both. Look at that, brother.
Yeah,
that is awesome. And so, just to let you guys know, I don't know why it goes in and out. All right, here we go. So those glasses, they only stay on if you. Right now, they're staying on because I left the string on there, but they only stay on. Actually, it came off. I think it came off. Oh no, the glasses. Oh, okay, that's cool. It actually came off. All right, let's get the sculpt in there. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that sculpt. You never see his eyes unless he's in the match anyway, but okay. Now let me put the glasses on. Oh, they said the glasses don't stay without the hat, but look at this. Who got the magic touch, man? Brother. Oh man, but this is a freaking thank you so much, Ringside Collectibles. This is an essential Hogan.
Now,
and that's the thing. This go ahead. I'm sorry, Bobby.
No, I was gonna say if they had included this Hogan with that,
right? But that's the thing. You gotta maybe this came out 5 months ago or 3 months ago. I believe it 5 months ago. So maybe even longer. Maybe even almost 9 months. I don't know. Someone correct me. Look it up. But and if you could see closely, it's hard because of my light. But see it now, that Hollywood belt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh man, this is too sweet. But yeah. Oh, dude, NWO for life. This is a freaking awesome figure. And this is great because if anybody's missed it like I did, now you can go grab yourself one. It's got the nice cut off sleeve shirt, almost like a tank top, kind of you going to the gym. But yeah, Hogan, this is freaking great. And then to top it all off, you got this red spray painted the NWO Elite title that also comes with that Nash that we showed, the Wolfpack. And this is amazing. Look at the deco on on the pants there, and then you got the red and black NWO. Oh man, that is just amazing. I love it. I love this. This is a, it's a repaint city, right? But I'm gonna have to give this one a also a 4.5. It's an elite, so it doesn't come with all the sculpts and everything. But for an
Yeah.
elite, it comes with 2 belts, 2 sets of hands, the grippy hands or whatever, for wrestling, and then this is just awesome. And the thing is, this figure came out before they had an idea to do they always had an idea, but before they were going to set down the tiers. I'm not going to
Right.
get mad at them for not including this, because again, Ringside Collectibles has this as an exclusive, and if you missed it, just to show the packaging again, it is it
No,
is
it's
phenomenal.
amazing.
And it
But
looks great in the package. If you don't like to open your figures, it looks amazing inside.
I'm just saying that I think Mattel, like, granted, Ringside has that with the red NWO. I know they had a white NWO. I think that if Mattel had done this right, they could have leaned into the NWO era, or like that with Hogan, with Scott Hall, with Kevin Nash, and just really something like that.
This is one of the first Ultimate Edition, so this is a while back,
Right.
but this is,
And
so
granted,
yeah, we can't,
it would have been a repaint, sure, but I think if you put that with everyone else, with an updated version, I think you'd have better numbers.
we did hear it suggested, but here's, like, again, just saying, I think it's worth the stage. To me, is worth it alone, and I was waiting to see what happened, and Scott Steiner put me over the edge. It only put 30 something other people over the edge crazily.
Yeah.
But if they really want to get this done, because we all want to win. And you know what? Here's something else I want to show. Let's get back. Here we go. Perfect. Perfect timing. Perfect segue. I did not back the new gen arena. And shout out to my friend Christian Orozco. He bought 2. He sold me the ring for retail. And shout out to Mattel, because they hooked a brother up. And maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. But oh well. I mean, it's been a year now. But look, I got a couple of figures, and I didn't get this one. All right.
Okay.
So today I had some Macari credit from selling some McFarlane toys I'm trying to clean out. And since it didn't come out of my bank account, I felt okay about paying the scalper premium, because now I have the announcer for the new gen ring, Macho Man, that was added
That's
late.
awesome.
And it was
That's
it was
awesome.
an early bird, but
Right.
it was an early bird, but they scrambled to get this in, to get it back. And it was not happening either with Doink and Diesel, which are great ultimates, by the way. Doink is one of the greatest Ultimate Edition. That Doink is great. I don't even know, it's somewhere around here, but I had to grab this Macho Man just to be a kind of a completionist when it comes to Ultimate Edition, also because I have the ring behind me. So I wanted to get, now I have a question for those who have this set. I wish Christian was here, but man, if you have the new gen ring, does it come with that table and that cloth and those chairs? Because I didn't. Maybe that was something I was supposed to get, or maybe it's in the box. Oh, I'll have to ask Christian. But did it come? Because the figure, as you see, I don't think it's in there, unless it's below the packaging. I'm not sure. It doesn't look
No.
like, maybe it. No, I don't think it would be in the back, right? So
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. I don't think I got the table. I'm gonna have to ask Christian about it, because I bought the ring off him, unless he had to keep the table, which is fine, because he cut me a great deal. So yeah, it's all good, all good. But look, I think that brings us the end of this segment. And then I just want to add this before you fly out of here, Bobby, and I'm going to open up some other figures, Bret Hart and Hogan, as promised, for a little while. But imagine adding a Wolfpack Randy Savage. They love their Randy Savages. It could be another complaint that we have too many, but if you give us Wolfpack Randy, guys, I mean, what do you think if they add this to it? It's a repaint. Just give us an Ultimate Edition version.
Oh yeah, look, I'd go
Oh
for it.
yeah. And on that note, Bobby, thanks so much for filling in. It was much easier show to do talking to you as well as the people, and you helped me out with comments, and you had great insight, man. You know a lot more about wrestling than I thought.
I have like a lot of like just random stuff in here. But yeah, dude, like look, if like I said, like I know they did that Hollywood Hogan with like the boa, but look, if you go updated drop hips, butterflies, and you have NWO Hogan, you have Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, this Macho Man.
Well,
I'm just
here's the thing.
saying.
I'm not asking them to include all of it. I'm just saying if we want to get this done,
Oh
now
yeah,
I'll let they know more about selling toys than I do, and they know more about costs. They talked about it in the interview. They talked
right.
about those pants for Scott Hall. The reason they're baggy, and even though we got the British Bulldog Build-A-Figure coming out with the right tucked in boot pants, is because British Bulldog is this tall and Scott Hall is this tall, and then it costs money to tool the legs. That's stuff they have to figure out that you and I would never know. You know what I mean? Stuff that's out of our control and out of their control.
Right, and
Sometimes.
I get all that, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
the figures that they did give, like that Warrior, that Hogan, just for me, just a little lackluster. That's all.
Yeah. And that's across the board. It's apparent in the numbers. And
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I'm here to trying to I'm almost like like an advocate, a Paul Heyman. I am advocating for the set. I backed it, but I want to help out the best I can with the littlest power I have to
Yeah.
get this done. And I
So,
think we have to, if they want to get it done, we have to make a splash. They did with this figure that we just showed. And why not? Maybe Macho Man could save the day again. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And okay, so look, we're gonna let Bobby go, but well, hang on, Bobby. Before he goes, and I got a couple wrestling figure news, so hang on. We got a few more, and I got a nice WrestleMania 5 set I'm gonna unbox, and we're gonna talk about Bret the Hitman Hart, of course, Hulkster versus Hitman. The main event's coming up. But before I let you go, we have to tell everyone about this. Here we go. Come on. Bobby, take it away.
So next week, we will be. So I'm working on the editing right now, but we got to interview Lenny and Tony with G.I. Joe Classifieds. It was you, me, KJ, and Drenak Ryan. It was an absolute amazing interview. We cover all of Joe. And you know what? There might be a surprise figure in there that Lenny showed off. It the guys could not have been nicer. Like Lenny and Tony were absolute gentlemen. We were giddy, and it was fantastic. And it's coming next Wednesday, and we're premiering it, and we will be in the chat to talk with y'all while we watch this episode.
Just real quick, because he was here the most. Thanks, Davey, man. Appreciate you for the super chats. Awesome conversation. I appreciate you staying up late with us tonight. And thank you. And I'm going to address some other questions that we got in the chat. But yeah, just to put a cap on this, man, what a great time. It made our day. We always joke when we have guests on, because the same thing happened at the Mattel one. The podcast after the podcast is always better, but because they work for multi-billion-dollar companies, they can't always, they can't always say all that stuff that they tell us, but hang out. But yeah, just hanging out with them after for a good another almost 45 minutes was just great. It felt like we were just sitting at a table having beer and talking about everything under the sun. We even talked about wrestling with them. Tony Tony's a big wrestling fan. Lenny is a wrestling fan as well.
Yep.
They had once dressed up as the Road Warriors Legion of Doom for Halloween, and we talked about them. We talked with them about wrestling, but man, some of the stuff. There's so much insight in what goes on
Yeah.
with arguably, if you want to talk about WWE Mattel Elite, and you want to talk about an Elite figure line, it's GI Joe Classified. And to me, and I know Bill McKenna, who makes all those Elite figures, at least most of them, he's a big fan of GI Joe
Yeah.
and in the Classified line as well. And Tony loves his WWE Elites. I know he said he's working tonight because he's got a million jobs. I was like, hey, you gotta watch. He's like, I'm working. I'm like, working. It is like 12:30 in the morning right now over there.
Yes,
So
it is.
if you're still with us on the East Coast, I appreciate it. But Bobby, I appreciate you for stepping in, and we'll see you next week in the chat. We will preview this. It will be an earlier show, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will premiere our interview with the Hasbro Joe team as they took over a Toy Kind of Mood and the Terradrome with Dreadnought Ryan and KJ Black Angus, Bobby, and myself.
Yes, it was amazing. You're gonna love it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Bobby, you have yourself a good night, man. Take care, brother. All
Later.
right, guy. All right. Well, there's that big news we told you about. Doesn't get any bigger than an interview with Mattel a couple weeks ago, and then now an interview with GI Joe brand team. A Toy Kind of Mood continues to grow. Wanted to cover a couple wrestling news bits. Cody Rhodes just posted this figure image, and you could see it is like a Cody entrance that comes in the fold down. This was a Comic-Con exclusive from last year, and it should be coming out soon because Cody's got his hands on it, and you could see he's got the boys. That jacket is just awesome, and I can't wait to get this ultimate Cody set. And of course, he's also an Elite 101, I believe, and we got a lot of Cody defining moments as well. And here's another look. Comes with a additional face sculpt and hands and a beautiful jacket, and the face sculpts look great, and it is a great representation of Cody. I can't wait to get my hands on it and review it for you guys as well. And what else we got next? Yeah. Wanted to shout out ringsidecollectibles.com for providing the Wolfpack Hulk Hogan open box. And I am back to open one more. And it just doesn't get any better than this, right? WrestleMania 5, Macho Man. I'll open one more from Ringside Collectibles, that is. But yeah, look at this set, guys. Look, you don't even have to open it. If you don't want, if you don't want to, I will for you. But this is I don't even know why I have this a Wolfpack Hogan. Maybe just too many Hogans and Macho Man, but this is a beautiful set. The packaging, mega powers, and the back. I love it is awesome. Madness meets the Mania. Ooh, yeah. And of course, Saturday night's main event brought to life. Look at this, the legend side packaging there. And thankfully, I before I do my unboxing, I always cut open the box because I don't want to sit here and cut open boxes. And but now I don't remember where I cut it from. So Macho is my guy. Macho is everybody's guy. I listened to an interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin at Stone Cold Broken Skull Sessions when he had Bret Hart on. And man, he said him and Macho were the first couple of like mid-card type guys to get that ball rolling. You know what I mean? Because it's always about the heavyweights, the Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and even Ric Flair was kind of a bigger guy back then. Not so much like a Dusty Rhodes, but he's saying like as far as just bringing in the wrestling and as in more so than just the size and the power, that you had back then. And yeah, this is just a tremendous set. So the only question I've had about Macho Man lately, guys, I don't know about you, but I don't understand this sculpt. Tongue out. I've watched a lot of wrestling in my day. I won't say how many years, but a lot of wrestling. I don't really remember Macho Man. I mean, I did ask Bill about this last year on the show, and but I don't know. I mean, it is a funky looking. It's cool, right? But I don't really remember him with he's not really known. He's not really known for having the tongue out. I don't know. But now this sculpt is freaking dope because this is all part of closed eyes Hulk Hogan. I mean, that's if you're gonna do 9,000 Hulk Hogans, you might as well get a new sculpt. And so I can't complain. Is a clear shot. Closed eyes. He's satisfied. His plans are underway to take Elizabeth away from Randy Hogan. That bad. Even as a baby face, Hulk Hogan forever the heel. What you gonna do, guys? But man, this is I almost don't even want to open it because it looks so perfect. But you know what? Ringside sent me this set, so I better open it or I'm not gonna get it anymore. Yeah, shout out to JP though. Great guest. And oh man, I'm like locked in with the handshake now. I almost gotta pull the handshake is connected. So I gotta like you got Hogan, you got Macho Man handcuffed here with some plastics. Man, look at this jacket. This is beautiful, guys. I know it's late. It's late for all of you. It's late on the West Coast, so I'll try to fight through this. But yeah, look, we got the Mega Powers. This is soft goods, and this is an Elite, and we got soft goods, right? So that's kind of funky that and there's the handshake, but we didn't get. They didn't show the soft goods on the Mattel Creations, and it's an Ultimate line. And there we go, guys. Look at this. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful set. And yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I got the plastic string there that they love to have to hold the glasses inside the box so it doesn't fall off, which is really appreciated. You don't want to, in case you want to leave it in the box mint, MIB. But yeah, man, freaking great. Cream of the crop. Yeah, it is awesome. So as you could see, if there's one issue with it, look at Macho Man's hand. It doesn't have the tape on the handshake. And I guess that's so they could reverse the handshake. I would have put the tape on. I'm just saying. It's a nitpicky thing. You could, if you're a customizer, you could paint it white, I guess. I'm not a customizer. Maybe I can get a hand, but yeah, I know Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, he wasn't pleased with that, but otherwise, great set. The funky thing is having to take the handshake out in order to show off the figures. But you get a standard Hogan rip-off shirt. I'm not gonna go. This figure set came out a few months ago now. I'm not gonna go in a full review. You can always look at other full reviews on set. But look, you got the Mega Powers tights, and you got the Elite articulation. So there's no butterfly joints there, but you do get double jointed elbows and everything. And the bandana is a pain in the butt from what I heard, and that's why there's a plastic ringer there too. But yeah, this bandana kind of clips in, and I've seen reviews where they've even given up on even putting it in, but it's a little funky, but otherwise this you get the bandana kind of crossing his face there. Doesn't focus there. There we go. All right, cool. All right. Anyway, you guys know what Hulk Hogan, but the real winner of this set is freaking Macho Man Randy Savage. And I wouldn't untie this thing and it comes with a world title, of course. Beautiful original Eagle world title. I wish I had that belt, even though I'm happy I do have the Ultimate. Here we go. It's a nice look. And of course, matching Mega Powers tights. And you get the shades. And you get a really nice face sculpt on Randy. Look at that. Freaking awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool to get all these Randys. I'm starting to really compile a lot of Randys here, but glasses seem to fit on pretty well. And just want to show you guys the hands. And so they're all taped from Macho Man, and those aren't. So I don't know. The handshake Probably should have had the tape. That's going to be my only complaint. Other than this, actually, there's something funky going on here. This bandana is way too big. It is silly. I don't even think I'll ever use it. It's just too. Oh, we get this. We'll take the glasses off there. But yeah, look at that. It's one size too big, maybe, because I believe watching other reviews, the Miz had this one and it fit Miz's head. I'm sure a big ass head Miz, but Macho Man, I don't like that. But you know what? I don't need it. It's beautiful with the sunglasses. But yeah, this is really silly. I don't know if there's a way to shrink these, boiling or whatever. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Bonesaw McGraw. Hell yeah. Oh, what don't you get? You don't get the hand tape. I'm sure. Yeah. The hand tape. That's what's up. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, it wouldn't be Hogan versus Hitman without some Hitman. So let me show you guys a video real quick. Where's Macho Man? Where's he at? Had to do that. Where's the Macho Man at? He's getting unboxed. Oh man, I have such a mess over here. You guys don't even want to know. So we showed the Triple H earlier. They are re-releasing the Ultimate Edition Series 1. You can get it at ringsidecollectibles.com. And here is Bret the Hitman Hart. I don't know where he is. I invited Ken Poe to the show. And oh wait, is he here? How long has he been here? How long have you been here?
Somewhere between 45 and 60 minutes, something like that.
You've been backstage for that long and we haven't noticed?
Well, either that or I'm absolutely full of it, and it's been more like 10. And I just realized, no, it was fun listening to you talk about Macho and Hogan and all that stuff. I'm just sitting here bagging some toys for the next toy show, so that's why I'm not on camera. But yes, I've been backstage for maybe 10 minutes or a little more, something like that. But you were really on a roll. You were really on a roll, so I didn't want to interrupt you. Oh, I should have just lied and said I've been here for 45 to 60 minutes. Then you'd like owe me like an ultimate edition figure or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I saw your invite. I wasn't gonna come. Then I thought, no, you know what? I want to talk wrestling at least for a short while.
You know what? I couldn't believe it. Bobby, I don't know him for wrestling for anything, and he came on and brought some cool knowledge and really made my life easier having him on, and he kind of filled in the void. And I wanted you to be here because your first ever video featured this figure. Is that correct?
Yes, the first video I ever did on Toy Connections 2 years ago, almost to the day, was actually a comparison video between the Ultimate Edition Bret, the Defining Moments Bret, the Goldberg 2-pack Bret, and the King of the Ring Bret. Like, that was literally the first video I ever did on the channel.
Oh, that is amazing. And that's funny because in my, I don't have this Bret, and I did a little research. I was like, oh, look at my boy Ken. Ken did a little something with Bret Hart, and I was like, oh man, that's crazy. So I mean, of the four, do you have the new Bret Hart? Do you have this one yet? Because we're saving this one for last. But do you have this?
I don't have that one yet. I didn't even realize it was available for order. That's why whenever you and I talk wrestling, I'm always like, Travis, I think I'm a little behind here. Like, I think I'm missing some information here or something. And it just happens all the time with me now. Like, I'm not as in tune with the wrestling stuff as when you and I first met, but it doesn't stop me from at least enjoying it here and there.
Address this comment while I pop some sculpts off.
Hey Jeremy, how you doing? You know what? It's so funny. If you were to ask me best WrestleMania match ever, I might say Taker. Oh, nicely done. I might say Taker HBK, WrestleMania 25. I might literally say that's the best WrestleMania match of all time.
That's freaking awesome. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Wait, somebody asked you that? Oh no, good. Oh no, wait, because he called you a HBK hater.
I think he's just joking around. I don't know Jeremy super well, but he seems relatively chill. But so I'm pretty sure he's just joking around.
Super chill. Now, this is the reason I never got this. Dude, this sculpt is like what the living hell is this sculpt? And I am good friends with the sculptors there, but I gotta say, I don't know. I don't know. This isn't my first choice sculpt there.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I didn't look too into this figure, but after seeing your review, I gotta say, man, like this is a really solid. I only got it because my buddy was and again, go find this Ringside Collectibles because you're not gonna find it like my buddy did. My buddy saw it at Walmart. And I was like, what the shout out to Dave Speck, but what the hell is this Ultimate Edition 1 Bret Hart doing at Walmart? Like it may no, but that's because they're re-releasing them to selective retail partners that they're re-released just like that Brock and Sean. But I didn't even know this was, and of course we reviewed the Triple H earlier today, but I didn't even know that this Hitman, look at this. That face sculpt is really good. That's a great grimacing looking Hitman.
I'm not super crazy about it, but when you put the shades on, I think it looks really good. That I'll give you.
I mean, I don't put it this way. I don't hate the sculpt with, I think the hair over the eyes helps, but I'm
yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. All right, so I like these shades way better than the new ones because the new ones are just the flat pink, and we'll show that in a second. But I'm having a tough time with these shades here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you got to tuck them in behind, like underneath the hair, kind of like where the ears are. Yeah,
that's a little crooked, but you know what? It's getting late, and a lot of. But look, that looks great. That looks great, man.
It does. It does. As a finished product, yes.
Yeah, the deco on the pants, and then of course you get the black jacket with this one, and yeah, no, I looks like Stevie Richards has sculpt. Poor Stevie. I think he just learned how to walk again. I just saw that on Instagram or something.
Oh, really? I don't know the story behind this.
I saw something like that. Yeah, but let's get that other sculpt on. But yeah, so are you gonna how's the Target situation in Canada? Like, are you gonna get yourself? Yeah, I don't know about this sculpt. I don't think it's bad. I think the one I just showed is the best one with the little grimace. This one is, I don't know. It's like almost
it's pretty neutral. It's pretty neutral. As for the Target situation, I'll tell you about the Target situation. We don't have a Target up here.
So how do you get the Bret Hart thing?
We don't. You go ringside, or you choose some other method here. We do have Toys R Us here, but Ultimate Editions haven't shown up in a very long time.
Oh wow. No, but I'm saying, does Ringside sell Target exclusives? They do sometimes, right?
God, I can't even remember. Like, it's just been a little like I'm so rusty on my wrestling knowledge, and maybe it was a bad time to come on, but I couldn't leave you hanging.
Oh no, you're good. No.
Yeah.
I just was wondering, like, how do you get your Target exclusives? Because you said you don't have a Target there.
Oh, what I can do is I can order from Target. I can have it shipped to a US box and then reship it to Canada. That I've done before.
Oh, okay. So you can get them online. You just can't go to the store.
Yes.
Okay, got you. Okay, so this was interesting listening to your review because you have to pop the arms off, which is like you don't often do that with figures. You know what I mean? So you actually, in order to get, and that's a really cool. Wow. I didn't really look into this Bret Hart, and I'm a big fan, but I think when I saw that open mouth sculpt, I was like, this is trash. And I just dismissed a really solid looking figure. I just realized I didn't give whiskey ratings for the other ones. I will give the Mega Power set, I'll give that a 4.5 because I think that large bandana and the non-taped hand really ruined it for me. I mean, not ruined it from getting a 5. But as far as, and then what's the other one? I don't know. What would you rate this out of 5? This OG Bret Hart.
I'm biased, so it's gonna be like a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go that high with the face sculpts. I am glad that the smirking, smiling one is decent. And you know what? I'm gonna let Toy Connections answer that while I find this hand that flew on the floor.
Yeah, well, I will say that in the chat, DJ Five Ash has a great question. He says, "Hey Moody, you think they will do a Royal Rumble ring? Now, if you can't, if you're looking for something and can't answer, I'll weigh in quickly. Um,
Yep, that's what I want you to do.
getting something like a Royal Rumble ring skirts and imagine like maybe I'm asking for too much here, but like an entrance stage with like a countdown clock, like how you would do at a real Royal Rumble, that would be something. That would really be something.
Oh, that's a freaking great idea with a countdown clock.
Yeah, and like the classic purple looking ring skirts like the Royal Rumble has. Oh.
Now this is cool. Oh, I put the hands up too much. But yeah, look, now this is cool. Like when he comes out, his entrance. You know, obviously
That's
he would
right.
have the jacket on, but I wanted you guys to see the deco. Now this is, I like this. You know, I'm a fan of this. Even got the McFarlane toe articulation there too, you know.
That's
And
right.
you know, like I said, this is Ultimate Edition 1, just like
Yep.
Triple H. So we don't. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 5. I think the other two face sculpts are one's a 1 out of 5 face sculpt, the other one's like a 3 out of 5. But this is a solid 3.5 or 4 face sculpt. But the rest of it is for its time without the extended articulation. Really great deco. And we got all right, so we got another one. Here we go. I'll let you address this.
Jeremy, you're hilarious. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do remember that. I was on Mega J's chat, and you commented about the white strap, and I'm like, nah, HBK was the only one who had the white strap. That don't work for me, or something like that. But you know what? You're talking most exciting, talented wrestlers of all time. HBK has to be up there. I was just Team Bret back when I was a teenager. That's all that was. But like, yes, that's why I got the IC title in the black strap, because it's a little bit more universal. But yes, that's where I remember your name from, Jeremy Kimberlin. I was like, I've seen that name 100 times before. So anyway,
he runs one of the GI Joe groups too. Yes.
Oh, on Facebook. Yeah. Yes. Okay. No wonder. Yes. All right. Yeah. Travis, not to make this show about the review, but that was my first video ever, and I'm not terribly proud of it. How was it? Because I'd never done a video like that before.
I thought it was great, dude. Your first video ever. No wonder you have such a amazing following and everything. Like,
I don't know.
Video,
my subs have slowed to a crawl. Like my subs have really slowed to a crawl.
Yeah. At this point, we were like, let's do GI Joe every week because we'll grow. And then now I'm like, I'm going to talk wrestling with 5 people because it's what I want to do. I do what I want to do now. I mean, as we just announced, we interviewed Tony and Lenny, and that should get us a 1K minimum, right? And this will probably get 100 views, but I don't care. I love wrestling, and I love wrestling figures.
Yeah, so, I did a Power Rangers thing earlier, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to do it for me from now.
Yeah, from now on, we're at that age, dude. You just got to do what's good for you, and if you get lucky, you get lucky. If not, hey, we have steady lives going on, right? So
there we go.
And the steady collecting life is almost come to a close tonight because we got one more, and I'm sure Ken's going to be happy to see this because there's no Targets in Canada. And look, all right, we'll start off with it's got the red packaging instead of So this is the original Ultimate Edition. And I'll go full screen since Ken doesn't want to show his beautiful face anyway.
It's more I'm just in a bathrobe and looking a little disheveled, but I can show my face if you really want me to. I'm like heel mode Ken right now.
You're good, brother. You can do whatever you want. You're a god. So
no, I'm not. Right, I'm a dude.
This is a hot Bret Hart, and I'm starting to see them not clog pegs. I haven't seen them. I don't go hunting at Target anymore. I have friends who do that for me because I'm special. Just kidding. But look, I actually got this. I actually got this in person because I was doing a Postmates pickup for somebody for laundry detergent. Went to the toy aisle, didn't see it. Asked the dude. Dude went in the back, didn't find it. Went to go get the detergent, the laundry detergent. Went to go get that. He went down the escalator and brought this to me. I was like, what a saint. He went in the back and found it. I was like, that's really cool. So one of the complaints I see for this is he was the world champion at the time. and you don't see a belt. But knowing Mattel and knowing them, they said it in the last show, it's a cost-cutting measure, and you guys have 1,000 of those titles. So in order to get,
actually, hold on.
to get the two arms, remember the other figures don't come with 2 arms. So to get 2 now we only have 2 face sculpts for this one. You know why? Because that other one's terrible. So they didn't need to give us the one with the open mouth. They realized it because look,
actually,
open mouth look, and he looks like the guy from freaking what the hell is that show that everyone talks about on HBO? I freaking watch it and I can't think of it right
The
now.
Last of Us?
No. The one that's the Wall Street. It's almost like the McMahon family.
Boardwalk Empire?
No, never mind. You're killing me. It's a freaking new show. It's not new. It's 4th season. It's going on right now.
Okay.
Someone will help me. But anyway, look, it's good. You were about to say something about the championship belt not being included.
I wasn't. I wasn't actually sure. Was he ever the champion when he had the pink jacket?
Right here. Can you see?
I'm looking. Oh yeah, I can see. Okay, the jacket's open, so it looks black. But you're right. The other side of the jacket's black. So okay, fair enough. Shows what I know about my own favorite wrestler of all time.
Well, you know enough to be on here, but all right, let's unbox this bad boy. He is the Hitman, the excellence of execution, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And
you got it.
Throw the box because I can't even open this thing. Is he? Oh yeah, that's why. It's good. I brought my knife. And what did I do with the damn knife? Now I can't find it. Now I don't even know what. Help! I better find that knife so I don't step on it. And it was on the floor. That's a stupid place to put a knife. Stupid place to put a knife. But it's late. It's late for you. It's late for me. But we got to get through this.
Yep.
And what time you got to wake up in the morning, man?
Oh, I'll wake up probably at 7:30 or so.
7:30 or so. I'm gonna end up cutting myself with this damn knife. You guys. That's why you guys are. That's why we're at Toy Kind of Mood late at night because I get to cut myself.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna repost that, and I'm gonna get canceled.
Don't worry about
for
it.
being a goth king. All right. So we have I cut myself.
Good God.
All right. Oh, look at this. I love when people do unboxings. They've got the funky alien ears on it. But yeah. They really wanted us to make it look good in the box. This thing is like gonna pull his whole head off to get that damn thing off. Do you prefer the black jacket or the pink?
I'm used to him in the black jacket. That's the thing.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't have a version of him in the pink. So that's what's kind of getting me right now.
Yeah, he's full pink, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that face sculpt. That's good.
With the shades on, it's gonna look tremendous.
I mean, it looks good even with but let's take a look. I mean, even without, this is easily better than the other ones.
Yes,
it's not perfect. It's no Kurt Hennig. No, it's a good. That's a good. Look at that. No, that's a good sculpt.
That's a really good sculpt, and it's gonna look even better.
A really good sculpt, and the deco's cool. It's all pink. Look at that. The back, it really pops with the whites and blacks.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna look it's gonna look even better when you have the shades on. I think that's just kind of what I'm going with.
I'm putting the shades on, but the shades I don't like as much as the other ones. They're just pink. They don't have like the glossy...
I think it's just I think my issue there is just I don't have a pink jacket or pink shades. Oh no, wait, I think one of the versions I have does come with pink shades, right? So.
I think so. I think so. It does look better with pink shades, but the pink shades should have been reflective, in my opinion. Not just, more realistic. And it needed another like wash over it or something. You know what I mean? Just to give it kind of like give us something there. But yeah, we get the same. We get the Bret Hart throwing known for throwing a great punch. And that's what's up, Black Genghis. Thank you so much. And yeah, the kick always, but kick. It comes with. So just to show you, save time. We got the arms. And let's take a look at this. Oh, it looks with this face sculpt on. We're almost done anyway.
Yeah, I was trying
But,
to think of which version came with pink shades, but I'm realizing I don't think very many of them did, if any. Now that I think about it.
I'm not sure because I only have two. I don't have a Elite. I wanted the one that comes with a chair. I think that one's like. There's another one isn't there a one in a chase? Do you have that one? The one that
Well,
came out just
there's the Survivor Series one. There's the old ringside exclusive one.
Yep. Now see this figure. You gotta actually. I hope I'm putting the right. Am I putting the wrong arm on?
Good God, I hope not.
This is fun for me, guys, because I don't have a lot of time to even open my toys sometimes. So the fact I get to do it with people like this. Look at that.
Romo made it.
Look at the new look at he just got out of the bar. Now he probably got off the EMT shift. But look at the new logo he's got there, huh?
Tony's Figs. Yeah. I've been seeing that on Facebook as well. I like the logo he is rocking.
Yeah, he's great.
But as we all know, we're all a fan of Romo's work. So,
dude, it's tremendous. I can't keep up. Like, I just have to heart everything him and Gridiron do, and then just hope for a rainy day because I can't keep up with the.
Oh God!
I can't.
Every time I see Gridiron stuff.
I know. Did you see the Crimson bat? What is it? The old Painless, the red one.
You know what? I saw a Crimson Bat post. I didn't stop to look at it that closely yet.
I know. I try not to look at it because I'm like, I don't have money for wrestling figures and Gridiron and rent and car payment. Well, that face sculpt needs to. He was riding on the ball joint. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's get a nice working punch. Okay, so on this one, we got butterflies. Okay, so we got the updated, and we got drop down hips. Drop down hips, as you see. So we got we got extended. Now he could put someone in the sharpshooter.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I can try to do it now, or I'll do it. Why not? It's not going to be perfect. I'm just going to do it really quickly. But he's going to give himself the sharpshooter.
He's going to sharpshooter himself. It's like a mirror match in the old video games or something.
All right. So pretty good sharpshooter. So he's giving himself the sharpshooter. You couldn't do this with elites. But now he's got the butterfly articulation. So let's take a look at this face sculpt. Bret the Hitman art. I'm excited to have Bret Hart now. That's a great. Oh my goodness, dude, these sculpts are great. Look at this one, even better. Like now that I'm showing it on camera.
Yeah, the mouth actually looks really good on that one.
Oh yeah, no wonder they only gave us two because they're perfect. They're, and now so just to compare. Oh, I should plop the head back on. The other Bret. All right. Bret screwed Bret. He gave him the sharpshooter. All right. So here we go. There's a comparison. And let me get Romo's comment out of there. Let me get okay. So as you can see, the leg deco similar but different.
Yeah, one has a bit more white on it.
And you get the skull there. Really cool. And look at the belt. Look at the boots.
Yep.
Same, right? Toe articulation is the same. Same boots, same knee pads. It looks like the pink Bret has more pink on the boots, more pink paint. More brighter, more pronounced. And you got his knee pads are higher. To show more. Oh no, the knee pads are higher on the other one, on the original one. This one's lower, or maybe is that a mistake? Or never mind. The knee pads were just not placed correctly. So, yeah, now we get the nice. Okay, so the leg. We getting a clear shot there now?
Yeah. You're good. Your camera's good.
Cool. And then no, it's showing me instead. I hate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are two great Bret Harts. But man, that face sculpt on this one. Let me do this trick. Usually it works when I do this. Got to go slow. Look at that. Now we got ourselves the two Ultimate Edition Bret Harts. Pick one, Ken.
I'm gonna go pink jacket one because I don't have it. So people always want what they don't have. So I'm just gonna go with the one I don't have.
Okay, I thought you were gonna. Some people take pride in what they do have, but man, yeah, this Bret Hart, the face sculpts. Like I said, out of the three, this one's pretty good. Okay, I got to do the whole like slow. Okay, there we go. This one's pretty good, but man, this one though is a home run.
Yep.
It is that's the GOAT Bret Hart sculpt right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude, look at that. Oh yeah, they're both good, but I'm gonna go. It's missing the championship belt, but I do have 1,000 of them, so I do understand that point because it does come with. Did you make a comment about that already? I thought you were gonna make a comment.
Oh no, it was just about I don't remember him wearing the belt when he had the pink jacket.
Yeah,
but I must be the worst Bret Hart fan in the world if I didn't even know my own favorite wrestler wore that anyway. But whatever, we're just gonna ride right past that.
Actually, we are gonna ride past that. But before I go, I think we should do a swap out with the jacket on the new one, just to take a look. I would be remiss if we didn't do that. So let's see if I can find the shit that I've been throwing around for the last half an hour. Let's see. We have a Montreal Screwjob. See, Tony knows a little bit about wrestling. He knows the wrestling that everybody knows. Why can't I find the freaking... Oh, don't tell me I can't find the freaking arm now. I've got so many wrestling things just all over the place. Ken, save me here. Say something to the peeps so I could find this arm.
Okay, no problem. I just waiting for instructions, so I improv when called upon. Yeah, I've been accused in the past of getting a little too overzealous and taking over people's podcasts. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that here. Okay, sounds good.
We're almost done. But I'm trying to find this damn arm, and I cannot find this damn arm.
Okay. I'll all right. No, I got you covered. DJ 5 Ash. That's a hilarious. That's a hilarious comment. You know, like, oh my gosh, if Gridiron just wanted to do it as a gag. You know what? Romo's here. Anthony Romo here talking about the Montreal Screwjob. I mean, a few months ago was the 25th anniversary of the Montreal Screwjob, and it's interesting because, like, when it happened, it was just such a game changer in wrestling. I never thought I would see Bret and Shawn reconcile, and just to know that they're cordial again. And yeah, whenever Bret talks about the Montreal Screwjob, he almost kind of goes into character and talks, kind of ill about HBK, but you know that the bad blood has been squashed long ago. So there's always that sort of like peace of mind there. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those things that whenever they cover it on documentaries, whether it's going all the way back to like Wrestling with Shadows, but even now, like when you mentioned the Stone Cold Broken Skull sessions, when they had Bret on, they jumped in and talked about it right away. Dark Side of the Ring, it was one of the early episodes. So it's just one of those things that just lives in wrestling infamy, but it makes for such great discussion. Whose side are you on? Did Bret screw Bret? Did Vince screw Bret? Did HBK do the right thing? It's all of the above. There's just so much to unpack when it comes to that. I think, Travis, there is an audience for wrestling. I just feel like the overlap with the toy crowd is a little bit different. Yeah, you get a few reviewers out there like Kyle Peterson who can make it work. He can review superheroes, Star Wars, and wrestling all on the same channel and get a lot of views. But I feel like you do. Like if I do a wrestling video, it's gonna tank in the views and the algorithm. If I do a G.I. Joe video, it'll do better. I just feel that way all the time. And that's okay. Our passion is our passion. We run with it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That's a great way to cut this down. But I do want to tell you, this is the new Bret Hart Ultimate Edition with the Ultimate Edition 1 jacket and Ultimate Edition 1 glasses.
Yep.
So some mixing and matching at work. He looks like the hands look a little big to me on this. But you know what? You can you could change the hands. But look, so then you get a little bit of that's a little issue there because he's not wearing the black. He's got more. We don't really see the issue on this one because see the black there. But no, he's showing skin, so I guess you get the same issue. So
with the
the hole in the jacket because you
yeah.
You just gotta kind of do one of these. That's all.
Yeah, and people will complain because it's an Ultimate Edition figure, so they don't want to see that kind of a thing. But what can you do, right? You just sort of deal with what you deal with, right?
But man, mixing and matching, being able to mix and match, it looks great. It's freaking awesome. I'm gonna go 4.75 on the Bret. I think it's so this is the first Bret, and then on the last Bret with the pink attire, I'm going 4.75 because the two face sculpts are great. They didn't confuse the pegs, so we can mix and match with Ultimate Series 1. And the pink jacket is great as well, which I showed. And it's awesome. It is the excellence of execution, man. It is funny. Did I even show this clip earlier yet?
Where's Macho Man? Where's he at?
I think I showed it. I wanted to see it again.
You did. You did show it. I remember just thinking to myself, man, the fact that Bret would agree to doing something like that, because he wasn't a main eventer yet, right? Like he was. I don't even know if the Hearts had won the tag titles yet at that point in time.
Oh no, that was supposed to be a shoot, but he said, "Where's Macho Man at?" So I think it was like not planned, and Bret was caught by surprise. But he kind of just went with it. But I'm sure after he was not thrilled.
Well, at that point in his career, I'm not sure, right? Like it's early enough in his career that he's nowhere near the main event yet. I'm not sure how high up the card the Hart Foundation was, right? Yeah, we almost need like a GOAT, like a greatest of all time discussion, because I would love to be the one to make the case for Bret.
I would love. Right. We should do Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. So I'll take Shawn Michaels in that debate.
Yeah, who's going to moderate that one?
We'll save it for another show because we're already 2 hours and 13. I want to have a big audience for that one. But yeah, we'll save it for another one.
Who's gonna moderate that one? Ryan Sweeney?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm kind of thinking if you and I get going at each other and we both go into character, I'm kind of thinking he's the only one who can pull us apart. Because you'll throw your actor hat on.
He didn't say hi. He didn't say hi tonight, but he's been slammed with work because he took Monday off for that thing that we announced, and it's right here.
Oh yes, I saw that. You got to talk to the Joe team.
The interview is done. We did it on Monday.
Woohoo!
Unfortunately, it wasn't StreamYard. It was Teams, and that was up to Hasbro. So the quality of the video might not be as good as the one you see here, but that was out of my hands. But it's not about quality and pretty pictures. It's about talking with two of the coolest guys in toys and two of the coolest designers in toys. And, Tony Colello paints and Lanny Panzica, just a brilliant mastermind designer of the G.I. Joe Classified team. And they are awesome. And we're gonna set it as a premiere for next Wednesday, and I know Bobby's gonna throw some pretty pictures in there just to add some flair to it, but it is gonna be one hell of a conversation. I think we went about 50 minutes, 45 minutes, and then after we talked for another hour with these guys, and that was 8 times as better, but we can't air any of that.
That's okay. It's okay.
So just to let you know, excited. So Emily is the brand manager, I should say, not brand manager of G.I. Joe. I think she appeared on that Power Ranger as a one-time only, but I'm not sure. And then she's still doing Dungeons. As far as I know, she's on a whole bunch of lines, but she's not in the interview. And I thought maybe because Emily wasn't there, we'd get more stuff that we shouldn't get. But I think Emily has Lenny trained.
Fair enough.
The Lenny I know and met probably 8 to 10 months ago at Comic-Con, man, he'll tell you anything. But I think over the past year, he's been trained well.
Okay.
But that said, they did give us a lot of insight, and we see some cool figures, and we did find out a lot of. You know what? To me, it's the process. It's enjoying toys with creators that are just like us, guys like Steve and Bill from Mattel, and guys like Lenny and Tony. It isn't about clickbait and exclusives. That's not what you get really with Toy Kind of Mood. You get just great conversation and just why we love this in the first place. You know what I mean? And
yeah, and so Emily is the official brand manager, right? Because I always wondered.
She's the brand manager of G.I. Joe. Yeah, I mean Lenny's I mean, he's there. He's 1B, maybe, or he could be 1A. But I think she's going to be. But he, when I did ask for a couple things, he said I got to check with Emily. So I think she's in charge of that. But so Joe's in great hands, and I was in great hands tonight with Bobby Behar. Kind of two surprise guests. I was going to do this all by myself, and I'm glad I didn't. It's way too hard to unbox, moderate the chat, and talk to you guys at once. I know Chris does it with full force. I don't know how the hell he does it, but I probably go make sure I always have a sidekick or a tag team partner. But well, I'm going to say good night, and Ken, I'm going to say good night to Romo as well.
Yeah, good night, Romo. Good night, Jeremy. Whoever else is in the chat there. I'm just going to quickly look because I'm on my phone. So, yeah, we got a few people still left in there. DJ, good night, everybody.
Yeah, I know. We're hearing that. That is exactly it.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize my mic was picking it up. I'm literally like bagging toys for a toy show. Like, so I've got full concentration, but I'm like bagging stuff and I don't have my good mic with me. So I really didn't realize the sound was picking it up. So I do apologize for that. I know you're all joking around, but I literally thought nobody could hear me because I'm not on my good mic. So anyway.
It's all good, man. We actually had a lot more people watch tonight than I thought because it's wrestling. You brought up a great point, but for the real world's champion, Travis Moody, for Bobby and Ken, it has been a late edition of A Toy Kind of Mood and WWE Mattel unboxing. Hulkster versus Hitman. Hope you enjoyed our Nitro talk. It was great talking old Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars, WrestleMania 5, reminiscing back and forth. It was a tremendous show. I love freaking wrestling, and I love my friends, and I love you guys. So stay safe, and see you in the 12, and see you at ringsidecollectibles.com. Peace.
Take care. Take care, everybody.
If I can find